Hello, everyone. Well, we are back, and today's topic is Ayurveda. I absolutely love Ayurveda. And so what we want to understand is how Ayurveda can help women who are going through perimenopause journey. To talk about this, I have Dr. Dharna with me. She is an Ayurvedic physician focusing on making some lifestyle modifications to help prevent chronic conditions. So today's topic is definitely on perimenopausal women. Thank you so much, Dr. Dharna.
Thank you, Amita, for having me here. It's a pleasure to be, part of this journey with you, and would definitely love to contribute whatever knowledge I have. So today, as discussed, that we will be talking about perimenopause and how Ayurveda treats it. So nowadays, menopause has become, comes under the category of disorders. But earlier, it was just a transition phase, from the adult life towards the old age. And it is quite a natural transition in women's life where our body is fully aware of the changes happening, because over the period of time, we know our body. And in Ayurveda, it is basically a transition from a pitta phase, which is a transformative phase where the body undergoes a lot of transformation. The nourishment is happening, the body is building up. From pitta to vata phase, that is the degenerative phase. So this phase, from pitta to vata, from building up the tissues, from degenerative tissues, is the period where the perimenopause starts. Okay, and leads to the menopause later on, a natural menopause. So during this period, women might see the changes like irregular menses, changes in the menstrual cycle, changes in their mood, and all these things are very common symptoms women usually faces. Mostly is hot flashes, and which affects their night sleep, quality of sleep, their energy levels, and their productivity. So here today, I would specifically talk about 3 pillars of Ayurveda and how it works in managing, perimenopausal symptoms. Especially these 3 pillars include is diet, sleep, and dinacharya or discipline, maintaining the circadian rhythms of your day-to-day life. In diet, it is very important that Ayurveda focuses on Agni, that is the digestive system. And once all the diseases, whatever occurs or imbalances occur, first takes place in our gut. And gut-brain axis, as we know, has become a very prevalent topic nowadays. So to maintain that axis, the first foremost thing which will maintain the pitta, that is the heat in the body, or maintains the hormones in the body, is consumption of buttermilk. Buttermilk is a food which is a combination of yogurt and certain water quantity. And we remove the solid sediments from it by churning it. This drink is very soothing, cooling in nature, provides the balance in gut microbiome, at the same time reduces the heat in the body, which leads to hot flashes, which leads to night sweats. This is the best food to have in your afternoon meal. And also to include sweet, nourishing foods. Sweet doesn't mean the sweet tasting as in sugar, but sweet foods that, for example, cucumber. Cucumber is cooling in nature, but it's also considered as having post-digestive taste as a sweet taste. And it helps balancing pitta. So the foods like apples, berries, dates are also some of those foods which will actually include, help in managing perimenopausal symptoms. Also, since we are transitioning from pitta to vata phase, we also need to understand that we have to see the degenerative changes happening in the body and how we can control it. Here comes the diet for vata, to control vata. Never go for raw food. I would always advise my clients or my patients to take warm or grilled vegetables, not raw vegetables completely. It should be well cooked, well prepared with spices, because it will aid the digestion. It will not put too much burden on your digestive system. So we have to keep our digestive system as light as possible. And this is the best way to do that. One of the best example of food which is easily available, and nowadays a lot of people are having it, is clarified butter, which is also called as grita in Ayurveda. It is devoid of butter solids, butter fats, and it is one of the fats which crosses the blood-brain barrier. What that means is it nourishes the deepest tissues, cells of your body, and it is the richest source of omega-3 and 9. As we know, omega-3 and 9 helps as an anti-inflammatory in our system. And since our body is transitioning, there is a lot of inflammation happening due to the more of catabolic activities happening within our system. So ghee is the only herb or only food product which reduces the heat in the body, but at the same time doesn't damp your digestive system. That means it doesn't cool down your digestive system. It maintains your agni. It maintains your digestive power. It maintains your metabolic activity. We give a lot of medicated ghee for the detox. Yeah, it's a concept that ghee will increase the fat. Ghee will make you more fatter. Yes, if you're having a lot of quantity, it will. But if you're taking a certain amount of quantity as per your body type, it will actually help increase the metabolism, keep it at a balance, and at the same time will help you reduce weight, which most of the women see during the perimenopausal stage and during the menopause. So ghee is something which should be considered and taken in consideration in your regular meal or diet. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon a day is the best you can have, and always have it before meals. Just before the meals, have it, and then have your meals. Okay. Then there are certain seeds because there is a lot of calcium depletion as well, which happens before the menopause or in perimenopausal stages. Sesame seeds is something which is very rich in calcium. That can be included. At the same time, it is a good source of potassium, magnesium, zinc, and omega-3. There are many more seeds which Ayurveda specifies. For example, flax seeds, chia seeds are very commonly used nowadays. Watermelon seeds are there, pumpkin seeds are there, easily available. You can just add into your breakfast meals and have it on the regular basis, so that there is no nutritional deficiencies as well. Always keep in mind that you don't have to take action when you are into menopause. You have to take action at least when you reach into your 35 towards the 35 or early 40s. When you are in that age, you have to take action and understand that the moment you create a good environment physically and psychologically for yourself, the easier the transition period for you will be, the easier the menopausal symptoms will be for you. The another very important factor, and what I have seen in my daily practice, is women are facing menopause quite earlier in their age. The reason is, of course, there is a lot of stress factor involved. The other reason is sleep. People give least importance to sleep, and sleep is the key element to keep your vata dosha, the one which leads to the depletion of nutrition in the body, under balance, and it maintains the hormonal balance. So I would suggest past 10, you should not be awake. You should sleep by 10. And if it will be harder to fall asleep, and you will also increase any pitta imbalance if you are sleeping beyond 10. Because 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is the time of pitta, when the body needs to be at rest and cleanses and purifies. So between 10 to 2, your liver, your pancreas, are the organs which are actually detoxifying itself. But if we are keeping ourselves awake during that time period, your liver is getting sluggish. That in turn will make your metabolism sluggish. That in turn will put on excess weight in the body. That also will lead to grogginess, puffiness in the face in the morning, water retention. All these symptoms are very much related to the improper sleep. So sleep is something we all must consider as a very important factor in our lives, and give daytime sleep. Afternoon nap is something which again damps your metabolism, because our body is active at that time. It's a pitta time. So at that time, if you're taking a nap, you're damping your digestive system, you're damping your metabolism. So try not to sleep in the daytime. The ideal natural sleep is always in the night. So please follow a regular night routine for yourself. The another thing is circadian rhythm. The sleep comes in that, which is what time you have to sleep, what time you should wake up. You should maintain a discipline of the time, exact time to sleep, exact time to wake up, time to have your breakfast, time to have your lunch, time to have your dinner, because that will channelize your biological clock. It is called as dinacharya in Ayurveda. Following a daily regime is very, very important to maintain the hormonal balance. The more you are keeping your self flexible in the timings, the more chances of you to have menopausal symptoms, heightened menopausal symptoms will be there. Okay, educate rest during the menstrual cycle is very important. Most of the people, they will go out, work out during the menses, during the menstrual periods. It actually increases vata a lot, because uterus is the organ which is predominant in vata dosha, because it's a cavity. Wherever there is a space, there will be air. So it is a cavity where there is a chances of vata getting accumulated. When we do too much of workout, we are not giving enough rest for the for our endometrial linings to shed naturally. We are accelerating the shedding of endometrial lining. So we should actually consider taking good amount of rest during the menstrual cycle. The few other things, if you are facing hot flashes, night sweats, is paced respiration. Breathing is very, very important. To work on the breathing pattern is very important to, give enough oxygen to the deeper cells of your body. So deep breath, slow breath, without making any shallow breathing, like fast breathing should not be there. Like just 6 to 8 times per minute. You extend your breathing for 6 to 8 times per minute, not a rapid breathing. Okay, that is something which will help pace down your system, which will help balance your hormones, which will help balance your mood. And if you do it during the time you have hot flashes, it will immediately impact and reduce it. There are certain important herbs which I cannot leave at the end of the session, which definitely help boost cortisol, support healthy adrenals, and balance female hormonal activity, is shatavari and ashwagandha. It is advised to be consumed to manage menopausal symptoms like hot flashes and night sweats. Ashwagandha also improves degenerative changes by effect on chondroblasts in the cartilage. So it actually helps any kind of degenerative changes like osteoarthritis, at early osteoarthritis. So these are some herbs which are advisable. And at the same time, shatavari is also beneficial to aid in supporting resistance training because it increases the muscle size and the strength. Okay, so these are the few herbs which are advised. There are many more depending on the body type of a person, which we call as dosha, that is vata, pitta, and kapha. And we talked about basically vata and pitta, which are the key doshas or key two bioenergies leading to the menopausal symptoms, perimenopausal symptoms. So the idea is to control your vata, idea is to control your pitta. So the other thing, last but not the least, is oil application. Any oil, it can be almond oil, it can be coconut oil, it can be sesame oil, it can be olive oil. Application of that on the body just before shower will help ground vata. Vata is equal to dryness. You will see when you go to menopause or perimenopause, there will be increased dryness in the body. So to combat that dryness, oleating your body is very, very important just before shower. So I think, that is in nutshell, whatever I could, give you in this 15 minutes of time. And I hope you could understand what I was trying to, put across is the herbs, the diet, the lifestyle, and the sleep, which is the key elements to prevent menopausal symptoms. Thank you.
No, I think it was excellent. You summarized it so beautifully. Someone who's watching this video, or maybe they watch it later, can really follow simple tips, and that's what we are trying to do on a daily basis. Please share your practice. I know you're in Singapore, and anything else you want to share about yourself, you're welcome to do that.
Thank you, Amita. As Amita already introduced me, I'm Dr. Dharna. I have been practicing in Singapore past 15 years now. And I am founder and director of Arujayur, which is an Ayurvedic clinic, where I basically help people mostly in a preventive, to adapt preventive lifestyle through diet and the lifestyle regime according to Ayurveda, and also give guidelines on nutrition at the same time. You're most welcome. I'm open to online consultations. I have my own clinic. If you are in Singapore, most welcome, to have one-on-one consultations as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Dharna. We are on a mission to educate and make all the women aware of the perimenopausal symptoms. And a lot of times women don't even know they're going through perimenopause. So that's what we are trying to do. And I know I had no clue. So so you don't think that you're going cuckoo or crazy. There's
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I think this is a good platform to bring in that awareness. And I think you're doing a very good job on that. And I really appreciate and being part of that. I'm, open to be part of it. If you have any other seminars or any such things, definitely help. I will be, helping women to bring in awareness.
Thank you so much. Yes, we are starting our programs very soon. So we are going to reaching out to you for sure. And until then, keep supporting us, and we will let everyone know when we are ready to launch our programs, which would be on a subscription basis for affordable, so that people can learn, many women can learn all around the world. So with that, thank you so much.
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. Thank you so much.
Yes. Bye-bye.